So traditionally, our selection process before we engaged Arctic Shores relied heavily on manual CV sifting and then inviting candidates straight through to an assessment centre process. What we were finding is that in some cases, we were not making any hires off the back of an assessment centre. So the work we're doing with Arctic Shores means that we are selecting candidates based on the behaviours that we have identified candidates need in order to be successful in the role they've applied for. As well as the game-based assessment, we've actually also worked with Arctic Shores to transform our whole selection process. So the help has not just been from the initial sifting phase, it's included all elements of selection right up to the point of hire. Now, when we started this process, we started talking about a ratio of 3-to-1 assessment centre. So for every 3 candidates we saw, we would look to make 1 hire. As you can imagine, that is a big step up if before we could run some assessment centres where we weren't making any hires at all. This campaign year, so in our 2020 campaign year, that has been as good in some instances of 2-to-1. So in some cases, for every 2 candidates we've seen, we've made 1 hire. Over the last couple of years, we've had some of the best feedback we've ever had from candidates who've engaged with the process. And this feedback has been from the game-based assessment right through to the actual assessment centre itself. So traditionally, we've relied very much on aptitude testing, so numerical and verbal reasoning, and it is a very stringent test environment. You very much feel like you are completing an assessment, whereas the game-based assessment that we do with Arctic Shores really gives candidates the time to forget that they're being assessed. In terms of feedback from the business, they can definitely see the difference in the calibre of candidates that we're getting through at Assessment Centre. I've had a lot of conversations with managers where they feel that the selection process has absolutely been enhanced and is doing what we need it to do. In terms of evaluation, that's made a really big difference for us. So being able to have a process that is continually iterative. So the fact that we can look at the new starters that have joined the business, evaluate their results from when they completed the game-based assessment, and work on continually evolving the profiles. We're really passionate about the young talent coming into the business. They form a critical talent pipeline for a number of our roles. So what was really important is that we did adapt and that we adapted quickly. So what we did is we moved to a virtual approach to the way we work. So we did telephone interviews with our candidates, and we actually managed to do virtual group activities via Zoom that Arctic Shores helped us to design and to run over the course of March and April. So from our point of view, it was really exciting because we were actually able to do things differently. We could still deliver our commitment to the business of hiring great talent. It's different for us. We've never ever before hired people that we haven't met face to face. So the fact that we've got people joining our business in September that we've never actually met is a first for us. But I'm really comfortable that we were still able to deliver a thorough selection process, and one that still means we've selected the best talent to join our business.